Hey there, it's Jen with another layout for Hip Kit Club. Today I am using the August kits, and we are challenged to use a cut file, a selfie, and some stitching of some sort. So what I decided to do was take one of the cut files for this month, which is this really cute globe. It's a little bit hard to see on here. I replaced my silhouette blade with a pen. You have to have the pen tool, and then you can stick any sort of writing instrument in there to draw. And I'm going to use this as a stitching guide. So I'm just going to poke holes in this, and I'm going to stitch it with this kind of variegated thread that's greenish teal. And I'm going to use this photo of myself just at a time where like this was the best place in the world, and I was just happy in this moment. And so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and poke all of the holes and do the stitching off camera because that will take me a long time, I'm guessing, and I am not going to make you watch that process. But I'm just going to use this little poker tool that I have from an old Amy Tangerine set, and then this is like the little pad that you can poke into, and then use half of the 6 threads on here as I stitch through this, because I don't want it, since there's some intricate parts, I want to be able to see those. So anyway, that's where I am going to start, and I will come back once I'm done with the
Alright,
stitching.
so here is the finished stitched globe, and yes, I will tell you this took a long time, but it's something that I love doing, so it doesn't bother me. But it's definitely something to think about if you don't love stitching. Maybe don't do this project. You could just cut out the cut file and color it these colors, and it would be fun too. So that is where I'm starting. Here's the photo I'm going to use, and let's go ahead and put together the rest of the layout.
Okay, so I will tell you something that's awesome about doing this kind of large cut file stitched or just using the cut file is that your layout only has, you're limited on where you can put things. So the layout came together so fast after I did the initial stitching because, you know, it's the globe is there, it's large and in charge, and there's only a few things that you can really do. So I'm doing the title, and I wanted to use these pink letter stickers from Pink Fresh Studio, but they blended into the background. This was a little bit out of my comfort zone because I don't usually use colored backgrounds, but I wanted to do it this time. So what I'm doing to make it stand out is just put it on some white cardstock and trim around it. I've seen some other design team members do something similar this month with different pieces, and so that gave me the idea. And this works out really well. It makes it look like a die cut, but it still has dimension like the puffy sticker, so it's kind of a fun little take on that. So I'm just trimming around that with my detailed scissors there, and my title's going to be "Don't Forget," and so I'm just putting that on the white cardstock and leaving enough space for the T because the T is really tall, and I'm gonna adjust those letters a little bit and then trim around this as well. And I'm really happy with the way this turned out. It wasn't on purpose, but it always makes me excited when one word can nestle into the other word. And so the word "don't" will fit right between where the F and the T come up, the ascenders, and that makes me insanely happy, which is just, it's the little things, right? So again, I'm just cutting around this letter, and the title "Don't Forget" is me telling, this is a layout with a little kind of note to myself. Don't forget how you felt here, who you are, what you can do, that kind of thing. So I was thinking about using some of those Pink Fresh Studio black and white die cuts, but they just felt a little too harsh. And so I'm looking at some other things. I grabbed some wax paper so I could put some stickers on it that I might want to use. I liked that green puffy sticker that said "Remember." It matched the layout, and it's the same as "Don't Forget," right? So I also pulled off that "Be Beautiful" sticker, which I won't end up using. And then I'm just looking through my Truly Grateful stickers here, and I decide to go ahead and use some of these. I'm going to use that frame, and I'm going to use some of the word strips. And I'm just picking out the colors that match. So basically when I did the stitching, I used that tealish green color for the globe, and then I used a pink variegated thread for the roses, and then a green for the leaves. And so I'm kind of trying to stick to the teal, green, and pink. And I popped up my photo, and I'm going to pop up part of the word forget so that it can rest on top of the photo and then still be the same height. The FOR can be the same height as the rest of it. And I was having trouble using my adhesive roller there, so I just grabbed out my sticky dots. They're from ThermoWeb. They're awesome. It's just basically like your dot roller adhesive, except for it's on a sheet, and you can just touch whatever you need to stick to it, like I'm doing there. And it puts dots all over the back, so it's really easy to use. So see how that word don't nestles right in there? That makes me happy. So I'm going to put some of these word stickers below my title, and then I'm going to cut this frame, and it's just going to kind of be like a little border behind my photo. And I'm going to use both pieces, and I'm just going to cover up the top of that one with one of the word stickers. And I feel like that works out well. And then I cover the other side with this little remember puffy sticker. And now I'm thinking maybe I want to add in another color. So I pulled out this sun, which I felt was appropriate for the photo because I'm on the beach. And so I decided to add in a little bit of orange and yellow. So that's going to kind of be my accent color. I feel like yellow is a really great accent color, just adding a few pops of it here and there on a layout. And so I used some of those clear stickers, and they went great over my thread, so I was happy with that. And then I used a few of the little hearts from the puffy stickers, and I also used one of the little epoxy hearts that came in the Truly Grateful, one of the things that we got. And then I'm using the die cuts. There's this one that says Happy Place, and the banner fits right in the curve of the globe, which I thought was really cool. So I'm going to put it down at the bottom of the globe, kind of like it's just a banner resting at the bottom of it. And it's separate from the rest of the clusters, but I feel like it works well here. So really, this is all I did, guys. I added my journaling around the top of the globe, and then what I'm doing now is I am adding some white splatters, and that is going to finish it. So this was a really fun one to create. If you haven't tried stitching a cut file, I definitely encourage you to do so if you're into stitching. If you're not, then that's cool too. But I will have links to all of these Hip Kit products in the video description, so be sure to check that out. And I hope that you'll check out these kits, as well as check out the September kits. They just were revealed, and they're amazing. So hope to see you here again very soon.